Well, good afternoon. Welcome. If it's 12 on Tuesday, if it's 12 noon on Tuesday, then you know it's time for Thinking Tuesday. And again, I'm so excited to be here with you again so I can share another message regarding our thinking. It's my intention every Tuesday to encourage you to take time to focus on your most precious asset, your mind. Because how we think impacts every aspect of our lives. Every aspect of our lives is controlled by our thinking. So the more we realize how our thinking shapes our behavior and our lives, the more we can intentionally exercise and shape our thinking to bring us more success. So that's what Thinking Tuesday is all about. How do we use our minds to bring us more success? That's why we've adopted the slogan, which you've heard by now many times. Your mind is a garden and your thoughts are the seeds. And you can grow flowers or you can choose to grow weed. And that is the word, the main word. The main word here is choose. You get a chance to choose what you think. So your mind is capable of taking you anywhere you want to take it to take you. You can choose to think negatively or positively. You can think big and entertain big ideas and dream big, or you can think small, cultivate a self-limiting thinking pattern, and not allow yourself to dream big. So it's your choice whether you think negatively or positively, big or small. James Allen, the author of the best-selling book Think and Grow Rich, states, "You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you." So I have two questions for you today. This is not going to be long today, but very impactful, I hope. I have two questions for you today. Where have you allowed your thoughts to take you? That's number one. And number two, where will you allow your thoughts to take you today and tomorrow? You've heard me say many times that your thoughts control your feelings and that your feelings control your actions. That is the formula for successful living. Being aware of what you're thinking and how that's driving your feelings, and then how those feelings are driving your actions. If you really, really think about it, when you have taken some action on anything, whether it's something positive, such as maybe buying flowers for someone you care for, or saying something complimentary to another person, or changing your career for that matter, it all begins with a thought. For instance, with buying flowers for someone that you care for, you think about the relationship that you have with that person, right? What they mean to you. That thought leads to a feeling, such as I feel gratitude towards that person. I feel inspired by that person. I love that person, which brings you to an action, doing or saying something to show that person how you feel about them. So it starts with a thought, it leads to a feeling. Or in the case of a change of career, it also begins with a thought. This is not the kind of experience that I thought it would be, for instance. That's your thought. Or I don't have the skills that this job requires to be fulfilling or to be successful, which leads to a feeling. So the feeling would be, I don't enjoy getting up to go to work anymore. That's the feeling. You dread getting up to work. Or I don't feel successful in this career. You don't like your career. You don't feel successful. It's not bringing you any joy. And then that leads to an action. You begin to research perhaps other careers where your strengths are more aligned. Or you begin to interview for other jobs in an area that you're passionate about. So the first step is the thought that you're not successful in this career, and it leads you not to enjoy the getting up in the morning to go to work, and then you start an action based on the feeling. So similarly, we can see the impact of our negative thinking on our actions as well. In this case, you do not follow up on a tip, let's say, about a new position that's open in your department, for which you are very, very qualified, but you don't feel that way. So your thought is, I'm not going to get that job anyway. There are other people who are better qualified than I am, so I don't stand a chance against them. So that's your thinking. That's your thinking that really is going to affect your feelings. So the feelings that emerge from those thoughts are sadness, bitterness, perhaps resentment, feeling of stagnation because you're not moving. And so you've created a negative and unfulfilling experience for yourself. So we see that if we can change our thoughts, if we can change our thoughts, we can change our feelings. And if we can change our feelings, we can also change our actions. So each of those examples that I gave you a minute ago, one about positive thinking and how it leads to positive feelings and to positive actions, and the other, negative thoughts, which produce negative feelings, and then negative action or non-action. And then you experience the negative situation that you yourself helped to create. So our lives are made up of all the decisions that we make. All the decisions that we make give us the experiences that we have in life. How we choose to think and respond to our individual circumstances. There'll be many, many challenges along the way, but how we respond to them will determine our level of success and our level of growth. So I think about my cupboard in my kitchen. Many times I don't remember what items are in it, and I end up buying more of the same. So I try to make it a habit so that I don't overbuy. I try to make it a habit of taking inventory of what I already have before going shopping. So I want to challenge you today to take another kind of inventory. Take an inventory of the words that describe your thoughts and your feelings. We have many, many of them that we're not aware of, just like I have many things in my cupboard in my kitchen that I'm not aware of until I go do the inventory. So take an inventory of the words that describe your thoughts and your feelings. The more we are aware of them, the better chance we have of controlling them and making them work for us rather than work against us. After taking that inventory, I want to encourage you to circle the negative ones, the negative words that you find, and make a commitment to begin to replace them or improve them. So take an inventory of those words that you use to describe yourself and circle those that are negative, and then make a concerted effort, a commitment to begin to replace them or to improve them. So remember, you can change your thoughts. You can control your thoughts. Your feelings come from your thoughts. And you can control your feelings by controlling your thoughts. Try personalizing this statement by taking out the you and replacing it with I or my, so that instead of saying you can control your thoughts, say I can control my thoughts. My feelings come from my thoughts, and I can control my thoughts, my feelings, by controlling my thoughts. So I can control my thoughts. My feelings come from my thoughts. I can control my feelings by controlling my thoughts. Easy to remember, not always very easy to do, but I'm not promising you that this will be an easy exercise. Nothing worth having comes easily or too easily. On some occasions, you might find it easier to do, But on other occasions, you might find it to be very, very challenging, but that doesn't mean you should not continue trying, because the more you do it, trust me, the more you do it, the more you practice this exercise, the more in control you will become, because you are always in control. Sometimes we don't realize how much control we have, because awareness is the key. If you're not aware, then you can't make changes. So don't let your negative emotions get the best of you, because negative emotions start with negative thoughts, and then they move on to negative action or non-actions that's not in your best interest. So I trust that this has again added value to you, as I always hope, on Thinking Tuesday. Please share this with someone that you feel could benefit from it. You can visit my YouTube channel, Thinking Tuesday, Cheryl Burton, for previous messages. You can always subscribe. In fact, I encourage you to subscribe while you're there, so that I may continue to bring you messages that will help you in your personal growth. Please visit my website also, drcherylburton.com, to see all the programs and services that I offer. You may request a complimentary consultation while you're there if there's something on your mind that you need guidance with, or you can also book me to speak at your events. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Do an inventory of those thoughts and feelings, as I mentioned, and also replace those thoughts with things that are positive, or improve them with things that are positive that will bring you success. So I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at noon on Thinking Tuesday for another experience in elevating our thinking and strengthen our thinking, becoming more aware of what we're thinking, and making those changes to think more positively in those areas that we can improve. So have a wonderful week. Enjoy the upcoming holiday, and I'll see you next Tuesday at noon. Take care. Bye for now.